Hey everybody, it's Bobby with KCA Ranch and Homestead. Had a rainy day with lots of storming, so I've just been working in the shop. I put a new windshield on the Kawasaki Mule, a glass windshield. My other one was a plexiglass and it was all scratched up. So I got that taken care of. Put together a ladder stand for bow hunting at a new spot that I have down the road a few miles. I was going to go put that out today and the rain canceled that. So I've been piddling in here in the shop. I went searching for a video on how to change out the wheel on a Hercules or Harbor Freight's big 8-inch grinder. It's their nicest grinder, the blue Hercules line, heavy duty. And I wanted to take off one of the stone grinding wheels that I'm probably not going to use much. There's a fine grit and a coarse grit. I'm not going to use the coarse grit a lot, but I will use a wire wheel quite a bit for taking rust off of bolts, nuts, screws, angle iron, things like that for welding and just different projects. This shop collects a lot of rust because of the windows being open, and then the heat and cold makes it a little condensation in here. So rust management is a big deal. I'm sitting here looking at stuff that's rusting and drives me crazy, but that's the 90% humidity that we deal with here in Texas. But anyway, I just wanted to, every grinder's different on how they're set up, and I'm going to learn as I go. But anyway, let's take a look at how to change out one of your wheels on a Hercules grinder. Okay, here's the grinder. I got it kind of tucked away over here. I'm going to be moving it onto a steel welding table along with my big vise. But anyway, what you do is get a T30 star bit. Hopefully this will show up. Let me see. T30 star bit. It's one of the bigger star bits. And you're going to take off 1, 2, 3. Now the bolts or screws don't come out all the way, which is good, so you won't lose them. After you get the top one out, the whole thing will come out. So let's take a look at that real quick. Hopefully it doesn't fall and break. You can see it's held on by this first one. And then that comes off. Just set that down, make sure your screws don't fall out, but they do appear to have like a little cone to put tension on the screw. So what I found here on this nut, and some grinders you do a reverse thread. Instead of lefty loosey, righty tighty, you do the opposite. You do lefty tighty, righty loosey, but in this case it's a standard thread. And what I found to remove that, the size, and this, once again, this is for the Hercules 8-inch grinder, is a metric 24 millimeter socket. So all I did was put that on there, and what you want to do is, I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm going to have to get a tripod one day, but you want to get a good grip on this because this is going to turn when you try to loosen it. You could probably stick something in there or whatever, but I just got a good grip with a glove, got a good grip, put my thumb there and tested it out just with a short burst to make sure I could hold it. It wasn't as tight as I thought it was going to be. And then I hit that with my impact. I highly recommend the M12, the new M12 impact. That thing has got more power, or at least as much power as my M18 with this little bitty battery. But anyway, you just hit that and it's going to loosen up with the impact. And on this stone, since it's a flat stone, it also came with this spacer guard thing. So that comes off, so save that just in case you need it with whatever wheel you're putting on here. And then the wheel should just slide off. Well, huh. Interesting. Let me set the phone down and pull this off. Yeah, it was under tension. It had some paper and tape or some kind of adhesive in there. I don't know. And I just had to pull it straight off. It wasn't hard. So that leaves us with the bare spindle. I believe it's a 5/8 type hole, 5/8 size hole, arbor. So make sure your new wheel, what they call the arbor hole in the middle, which that one says 5/8 size hole. So when I went shopping for my wire wheel, I wanted one that would fit in here, so no larger than the 8 inches, and I needed a 5/8 inch hole. So let's see if I got the right one. So far so good. There we go. So I will have to put this back on just to hold it, because there's not enough threads there to tighten down on to that. So the spacer will do what we need it to do. Make sure your bolt nut goes on easy. Now, if you've never used a wire wheel, like on an angle grinder, a die grinder, or a bench grinder, please, please, I'm begging you, never use a wire wheel without wearing safety glasses. And most people recommend a full face shield, because these little wires break off. They're like missiles. You do not want one of those in your eye or nose piercing or whatever. So what I'm going to do is grab a hold of that like that, and I'm going to hit this with the impact real quick. Okay, everything seems to be tight, and I'm going to pull my little thing here and turn this on, make sure everything's good. Everything appears to be good. So I'm going to give that a few minutes to get down in RPMs, and then I'm going to put my shield or end cap back on with the 3-star T30 Torx bits. I kept calling them star, but it's T for Torx. And that's really it. Put that back on, you're good to go. And you can use this to rest tools on. You can use this to use this to rest tools on, or bits, sharpening things. And this has got a nice adjustable face shield to divert your sparks down whenever you start throwing sparks. Unfortunately, this newer model, they took away the variable speed control. On the older ones, you had a speed control where you could run it slower or faster, but this one runs at max speed. So anyway, that's about it. It's a good grinder. I've used it to sharpen some tools, and now I can do even more with it once I get it set up where I want it. But I appreciate y'all watching. Just a quick, simple video in case y'all end up getting a Hercules or similar bench grinder. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.